Okay, let's get the big elephant out of the room first and talk about Yu Darvish's near-perfect game. There isn't much to say, really, other than almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and atom bombs. It's just not that easy to get the last out. And pulling Darvish after throwing 111 pitches was absolutely the correct move. Those tweeting me that Ron Washington did some kind of disservice by not letting him finish are clueless. What did he have to gain by finishing it out? Darvish wasn't the only noteworthy name taking the hill last night. 2012 National League Cy Young winner R.A. Dickey took the mound in Toronto against the Indians. There was much debate as to Dickey's fantasy value coming into the year with no real consensus on where he should go. He was the 17th pitcher taken on average and was taken as high as the 25th player overall, falling as low in some drafts as the 115th player off the board. Dickey allowed 4 runs, 3 earned on 5 hits and 4 walks over 6 innings in his first start for the Jays, and the jury's still out on the knuckleballer. He struck out 4, throwing 104 pitches in the outing, 60 for strikes. Dickey can't possibly throw the ball with confidence to JP Arancibia, knowing that it's 50-50 the ball will end up at the backstop. JP was charged with 3 passed balls over 6 innings, with one of them leading to a Cleveland run. Toronto just signed Henry Blanco to catch Dickey. I'm not certain why he wasn't in, maybe because it was the home opener, but if Arancibia can't get the job done, he's going to find himself with a regular day off every time Dickey pitches. And staying with the theme of catchers and days off, much to my dismay, Colorado's starting catcher William Rosario did not play Tuesday in the Rockets' second game of the season against the Brewers. Oh, I noticed. I just traded Giancarlo Stanton as part of a huge package deal in large part just to get the baby bull. Rosario is a guy that baseball executives and avid fantasy players universally feel is going to be a stud. So what's up? He's just 24 years old and he needs a night off after just 1 game? Come on. Looking into the matter a bit further, it appears that Colorado manager Walt Weiss will let Yorvi Turrialba be Jorge De La Rosa's personal catcher throughout the season, taking bats away from Rosario. As you might guess, De La Rosa pitched last night. If Rosario gets more than 1 day off a week, I'm calling the fantasy police. It's a crime. This is just one of the reasons I don't like spending a lot of money on catchers. The risk of missing time to injury is just too great, and the majority of starting catchers get time off even when they're healthy. I haven't seen anyone help my fantasy team from the bench. For more on this topic, let's bring on our own Pat Mayo. Pat, how do you feel about this?
For the most part, yeah. Getting into a bidding war for a fantasy backstop's a terrible idea. The attrition rate and turnover at the top 10 of the position from year to year is staggering. And even the top guys go for too much compared to their actual stat lines. The best method's targeting out-of-position catchers that DH or play first base, thus diminishing their likelihood of injury. It's the main reason I'm so bullish on Victor Martinez and Mike Napoli this season.
Thanks, Pat. Just one injury of note to report. Mets starting pitcher Sean Markham suffered a setback Tuesday, and his upcoming start this weekend has been scratched due to pain in his neck. Markham will be reevaluated today and will remain on the disabled list. Aaron Laffey is expected to start in Markham's place, and that's no joke. All right, it's time for one question, one comment. Lance in Middletown, New York wants to know, who is someone that you expect to be an elite pitcher this season that may have not been thought of that way before spring training? Lance, this is an easy one for me. It's Atlanta starter Julio Teheran. The 22-year-old was hailed as the 5th best overall prospect by Baseball America last spring before control problems did him in. That led to him being dropped off of most people's radar. This spring, he led the majors with 35 strikeouts in 26 innings while holding opponents to an .082 batting average. I think he's turned the corner. If he's a free agent in your league, pounce on him. Hey look, I'm happy Yu Darvish didn't throw a perfect game. Am I the only one who feels that no-hitters in perfect games have been occurring with way too much frequency? I just can't get all giddy about these things when they seem to happen so often. As for Darvish's performance, look, even if you strike out 14 Little Leaguers and set down 26 in a row before giving up a hit, you deserve accolades. But let's not kid ourselves. The Astros don't exactly send up murderers row. Who's their most accomplished hitter? 5'5" Jose Altuve? My 11-year-old may be facing more imposing hitters at baseball practice later today. And if he did throw a perfect game, I said it should have had an asterisk. Get it? See how I did that there? For RotoExperts, I'm Mike Cardano.